Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How we doing? Hope you're doing okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm excited for this. I'm so excited for this. Hi, hello, hello, Multi. How are you doing? How are you doing? I I'm just a big sucker for a murder mystery, and the fact that this one involves Venti, my favorite character, and we're back in Mondstadt. It's good. I've been wanting to go back to Mondstadt for so long, so long. This better be good because I need to play Mermaid Isle. Stop Roblox gaming, man. Or better, continue Roblox gaming but have me in the background. That's the way to go. Fellow Venti Stan, let's go. Maybe I should get my Venti team on. I'd have a DPS Venti team, but no. I can't be playing Venti when Venti is part of the main quest. That would be outrageous. Recollection? Nah. I remember everything. Believe me. I've been making note. I haven't actually been making notes, just to be clear, but I've been making notes, man. I'm gonna serve. I'm gonna. What's the word? Solve. I'm gonna solve this murder mystery. If it is the last thing I do, okay? This is it. I don't care if Albedo did it or if Albedo didn't do it. My job as the Detective Delta, is to find out who did done it. And I'm gonna, even if it's Albedo, one of my friends, doesn't matter. If he turns out to be a murderer, well, that's on him, not me. Question, how far are you into the mystery? Not far. Not far. The last thing we did was meet Venti on Star Snatch Cliff for the first time. I say the first time. I don't know if there's another time that you do that, but that's why I specified the first time because I don't know if I don't know if that's a regular meetup point or not. We met Venti on Star Snatch Cliff, and then it turns out that he was like best friends with the other judge guy, which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, he's supposed to be my best friend, but here we are. Oh, what is this? Oh, story mode special. Ooh la la. Fellow Mermaid Isle fandom. As a fellow Mermaid Isle member, I only got 2 faithful wish tales. Huh? Is this an actual video game or what is this? I might have 3 actually, oh damn. Where's the sound? Was there never voice acting for this, or did I just turn my Genshin sound? I think I turned my Genshin volume off. I tend to do that when I'm playing. Because I'll be like on call with people, or I'll be listening to my own stuff, and then the Genshin like stuff is getting in the way of that. Okay, I'll turn it on after this. I'll just do my amazing voice acting. It's okay. It's okay. We all want to hear me voice act, obviously. I know you must all be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good. Ooh, what voice should I give this guy? I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that, using living people as alchemical test subjects. It's like something out of a novel. Perhaps it is best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist. Do Americans pronounce it sadist? I don't know, anyway. I can confirm that there's no voice acting. Damn. I mean, I've got the volume turned off anyway because you can tell there's no music or anything. But does that mean I have to voice out the entire way through? Damn. Okay. It's still muted characters due to the strike. But I thought like Paimon and people had voice lines last time. I know a few of them didn't have voice lines, but I thought a few of them also did have voice lines. But fair, either way. The version of the event is hard for me to accept as anyone, but Varoka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention. Huh. Okay, so we just held a trial with this whole thing with Albedo, right? Well, Jean found him to be guilty, And now she's saying that she's just gonna have a chat with Albedo. She's saying that we still need to quote unquote clear up the situation. I don't think anything needs clearing up, buddy. I mean, okay, let's be clear here. I do think things need clearing up because between us, we know something's not right. But from Jean's perspective, she's made the announcement now. She's declared Albedo as a murderer now. There's no going back, Jean. You can't be like, oh, well, you know, we can still, you know, talk to him. You've said he done it now. You can't go back. I mean, you can go back, but you're gonna need evidence to do that first, which is what we're trying to do right now. Anyway, a few characters have voice acting, but sadly most of the Monster cast doesn't. I know, it's so sad. Hey Jean, I'm not doing Paimon's voice. Should I try? No. Delta, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said, after the verdict, we've had time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigate the case? Well, we've already kind of done that. Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. Do you want to do a joint investigation? Are you sure? We're just adventurers after all. What's this? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I'm glad I quit Genshin 2 years ago. Why? I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefits of the doubt. That is not how courts work, G. I understand. I really do. You have your thoughts on the matter and stuff. I get it. But you gotta be careful with your words here. You can, in your heart and your head, you can think, I don't think he's done this. You cannot say that out loud because you are the prosecutor. You can't just go around saying, oh, but we owe him the benefit of the doubt. No, you do not. No, you do not. I don't care if he's your friend. If you're the prosecutor, you look at the evidence said he did done it, and so you'd say he's done it, and that's what happened, and now you're going back. Like, bro. Understood. I'll look into the case. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Delta. You've never failed in our time of need. Well, have I? I guess not. How do I do Paimon's voice? Okay. But what if the accusations turn out to be true? Oh, gosh. Okay. Then you'll need to... you have done Mondstadt a great service at the same. All the same. I can read. I'll be expecting a betrayal. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. Here we go. It hurts my soul as a long-time Genshin fan. Yeah, so... it's a bit of a complicated situation, really, isn't it? There we go. Now we have a bit of volume. 2nd floor, okay. Ooh, I don't think I've ever been upstairs before. Maybe I have, and I'm just lying to myself.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
Oh yeah, you can, buddy. These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
In that case, head on in.
That's all it took. Homie didn't ask for, like, any documentation or anything. He was just like, oh, cool, yeah, head on in. Big.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Yeah, me too. Pretty cool still. Alright, I have to do some work on my own. I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Okie dokie dokie. Right, let's get to this, I guess.
Alright, let's
Ooh.
see what we can find.
This is fun. Investigate book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others S-shaped or triangular symbols are drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so
Alchemy is
fancy.
complicated.
Albedo must have gone to great
How does
lengths
nobody
to get
know what this
them.
means? Investigate underneath the book. Ooh. After moving the book, the desk is almost empty. Your hand slips while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but an experienced adventurer, it sounded too hollow, almost like there's a compartment within the desk. Ooh.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock the lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo? Ha! Yeah, because I control all the powers. He can't hide stuff from me. I control all the powers. There's a hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. What if I just like don't investigate that? Oh, I see. Okay, so I can't look around. I mean, I'm going to carry on, obviously. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. Yeah, I get the impression that all this stuff is just going to point to him being guilty as well, to be honest. When festering forces a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the ... project. I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
Resurrection Project? Death Project? The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. True. I was thinking that. I mean, I feel like we already knew that as well. If this has something to do with the synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scene, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Guess we're gonna investigate those. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results and a joint investigation are correct, there could be a button hidden in that last location. Oh, with the other two locations, the locations that they found the bodies. Oh, that's not looking good. Yikes. Listen, I've still not decided if I think Albedo's done it or not yet, so... I think there's... I think there's a high likelihood that he didn't, purely on the basis that we know he has a doppelganger, right? We know that there's been a doppelganger of Albedo who's actively been evil. Therefore, without ruling that out completely, I don't want to then go and say, okay, Albedo done this. But at the same time, I'm not about to sit here and go, Albedo didn't do this just because there's the possibility of a doppelganger, you know? Like, I think he's perfectly capable of murdering someone, to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't know. I'm a bit undecided. I guess what I'm looking for is evidence of any, like, doppelganger having done this. And until I find that evidence, then yeah, Albedo has done this in my head.
What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location?
Yep, I do indeed.
That seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we
Whoa. That is not it for this place. I didn't even get to... Oh, okay, bro. Oh, good, you know about the doppelganger? Yeah, I was playing when that quest was a thing. Do-do-do-do-do-do-go.
Oh, Venti's calling.
Venti! I mean, we gotta answer Venti. How's the investigation? Oh, how do you do Venti's voice, bro? How did I do it last time? I don't remember. Venti's voice is so, like, unique. How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found
The little
stuff,
hee-hee
all
helps, though.
Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? You share what you learn with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rheindoll's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As you both know, Rheindoll's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found... let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked, and the notes also sounded like him. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? I don't know, but I want to. Absolutely I do. I don't know, but do I want to? I feel like I'm very impartial. I'm leaning towards wanting to, I suppose, because, like, he is a friend.
He's our friend. We should keep the faith.
But I'm not a supporter on the, just because he's our friend means that we should side with him. I think if somebody is suspicious of doing something wrong, then just because they're your friend doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. I tend to look at things like that objectively, even if they are my friend. And again, I think in this case, and in any case, to be honest, you can look at it objectively, like I said, and still want them to be innocent. But you shouldn't say, he is our friend, therefore you shouldn't say, he's our friend, therefore I'm going to try to prove his innocence. You should say, he's our friend, so I wish he was innocent. I wish he was. Whether he is or not is, I don't know.
And
Gotta
if
be
he
objective
really is
about
the
it.
culprit, he must have had a reason.
No, Paimon, you can't look at it that way. You've got a strong sense of justice, Delta. Well, yeah, if somebody's done something wrong, there's no point, like...
Maybe he's just not allowed to talk
No,
about it.
Paimon, you can't be making
that's
excuses like this just because he's your friend. It doesn't work like that. If he's murdered somebody, he's murdered somebody. Screw him, okay? Like, damn. Either way, it's a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Exactly, Venti, you get it, my G. Does that mean that even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with your honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
yep. It's not looking too good. Ow.
Wait, that's Miles. What's
Morales?
he doing here?
Spider-Man? Yo, buddy, what's up? What are you doing here?
Sorry. I heard voices and wasn't
Just
sure if
looks
I
like-
should check who was inside.
Looks just like Miles Morales, yep. Yep. Hello, Angel. How are you doing?
Okay, we're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
He was
Hold on.
eavesdropping.
You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
not really. Nothing that made sense
He's
anyway.
lying. He's lying.
Do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
This is gonna come and bite us in the ass
Oh,
later in the story.
sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Are we doing that first, or are we talking to Jean first? Oh, we're doing that first. Fair enough. I guess we should... I guess we should find out what the evidence means before we present the evidence. That makes sense, yeah. Right, Albedo. I'd like a poll, please. What are the odds that there's a body in this location? I'm thinking... pretty high. I'm thinking there's a 70% chance that there is a body in this location. I am very unconvinced. Come on, keep it going. We're up. Oh yeah, we just scaled that mountain so quickly. Hell yeah.
Try and stop me!
Most convenient ability ever. I hate that it's a motorbike. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love motorbikes. I want to learn how to ride one. But I hate that they added a motorbike to the Genshin. Doesn't change the fact that it's a very convenient motorbike. Right, well, there's this thing here. What can I do about that? Oh, there's something over here.
We should be getting close. Oh, look over there.
Ooh, I know
seems
something you don't. I know something you never will. I had to. I'm sorry. Fair. Ooh. Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasonal adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from the other surroundings and the claw marks. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and surrounding marks look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this? Or some monster? Has Albedo been experimenting on making something like himself? Sorry, did we ever find out who made the Albedo doppelganger? I wonder if Albedo made the Albedo doppelganger. And if, either way, even if he did or he didn't, I wonder if that's what he's experimenting with now. But they keep rotting too fast and they don't work out maybe, and that's why he keeps having to bury them. But if that's the case, why would he not just bury them all on Dragonspine? I mean, nobody's coming up to Dragonspine and looking for bodies. Why would he go out of his way to bury them in weird locations? So it's probably not him creating stuff. Unless... no, that doesn't make sense. I believe I can answer the Albedo doppelganger question. Yeah, well, I think it was like a whopper flower, wasn't it? But how did the whopper flower turn into Albedo again? I forgot.
Weird. There's a hole, but no body.
Yeah, that is
The
pretty weird,
prosecution's
but...
argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two.
Yeah?
Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
Oh, how do you know it's smoothed out? I mean, I don't know, anyway. If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? Mind if I spill some Albedo lore? Yeah, go ahead. As long as it's something that you're like reminding me of, more so than something that I do not know. And I've done all of Albedo's quests and stuff, so it's probably just me being, you know, forgetful or whatnot. So I do not mind. Hey Eugene, I'm back. Not got some good news, unfortunately. You're back. Did you find anything? Yeah, about that. You told Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts were appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearances of the bodies. Okay, well, you know one way to prove if there's been a victim or not? Do a head count. And I don't mean like a generic, okay, everybody in town line up kind of thing. I mean, hey, has anybody reported anybody missing recently? If not, unlikely to be a murder. That is typically the way it goes. Even like, you know, check on Leeway next town over. Check on Genuine Vale. You know, the two connecting continents, countries, nations. If nobody's like particularly, if there's no reports of missing people, then probably not a murder. Just putting that one out there. Okay, so what's the deal this time? From what I can tell, we're trying to defend someone in a murder case. Defend is a strong word. More like we know that there's more to this because the evidence provided was what's the word? Like when the evidence depends on a certain thing, but you're not sure if that certain thing actually happened. Oh, what's the word? I don't know. Something like that. We're just trying to gather more evidence, basically. I also played some Cookie Run Kingdom. Ooh, very nice. We have another Cookie Run Kingdom player. Let's go. Okay, so Albedo has a total of like 8 to 9 siblings made by his mum, and the doppelganger we see at the end of Dragonspine event quest was one of them. Oh, so there are multiple Albedos which were made by Rhine-Daughter. I see. Okay, well then next question. If that one was a whopper flower, what is Albedo? I gotta know, is Albedo also a whopper flower, or is Albedo some other kind of animal? I gotta know. And also, I already played the whole event. Damn, don't spoil anything. Don't spoil anything. Hello, Scarabs. Happy. We're otters, you silly Billy. Hi. Most of them got fed to during, though. Got fed to during, though. What?
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation's become more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favour.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
Yeah, probably don't really know Albedo, the alchemist hacking, chilling on Dragonspine. Doran the dragon, autograph man. Oh, that reminds me. I was actually, before I even started this quest, like when I first saw the teaser update about there being a new Mondstadt thing, my mind immediately went to Doran. I was like, I have no idea what this is gonna be about. I just know it's coming back to Mondstadt. And the only thing that we haven't followed up on in Mondstadt is Doran. And we also got that event with Baby Doran and Wondra and that gang. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if this is to do with Doran and Albedo. But we haven't really had anything to do with Doran yet. Just Albedo. So I didn't want to bring up that theory about it being to do with Doran in some way without any reason. Like, so far, it doesn't seem to be about Doran. I don't know. So far, it just seems to be about Albedo and his weird doppelgangers. The baby. Just gotta say, you're going to be surprised by Albedo. Oh gosh, okay, interesting. You've piqued my interest
Of
there.
course,
Good job.
we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
No, it's not about staying positive. It's about staying objective. Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty the best of my ability. Exactly. Thank you, Gene. Thank you. Isn't Albedo a homunculus? Yeah, something like that. Oh, Miles Morales is hacking. He's dropping again, bro. Miles. Bro, I knew it. He's so suspicious. This is so gonna come bite us in the ass later, I swear down. Wait, 2 days? Oof. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. Did I just jump on your head? I'm so sorry. Well, that's hacking doing that. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. 1 sec. What does homunculus mean, as in the word? Like, I know what you're referring to, but what does the word homunculus actually mean as a word? You know what I mean?
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
This is not how trials work, again, but we're not, I'm not gonna go on that rant again. Nobody needs to hear me ranting about how they shouldn't be on trials, and we should just do the investigation and then put them on trial. But hey ho, here we are. Ah, you two, let me know when you're ready, and we'll head out. Yeah, I'm pretty ready. Alright, follow me. Here goes something. Tether Google mobile. Thank you, Multi. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilda, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Miss Hertha represents the prosecution and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Okay, how do I pause this? Thinking, how do I pause this? I'll just read that in a bit. Okay, so let me get this straight. We are doing a second trial when the only piece of evidence we found actually supports the side that he is a murderer, what do we think is going to change about his sentence? If anything, his sentence is going to get actively worse, right? We found evidence which, what's the word? It makes him seem like more of a murderer than anything else. We found another hole in the ground with a body that could have possibly been inside and claw marks. What do we think is going to happen here? We think we're just going to have a nice conversation, talk it out, be like, okay, Albedo, tell us, did you do, come on, fess up, did you do this, come on now. No, it's going to be like, here's the evidence, yeah, he probably done this, into jail he goes. What do we think is going to happen here, bro? It's Genshin Delta, somebody will pop out and reveal some information. God, I hope not. That would be, like, I was thinking, what, do they expect somebody to pop out? Oh yeah, they probably do. That's so silly, it's so dumb. So basically it says that homunculus means a very small human. He is pretty small, yeah. Albedo is on the smaller side, that's fair, yeah. And also, I read about the real Annabelle doll. What's an Annabelle doll? Annabelle doll. What's an Annabelle doll?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office.
Oh gosh, I forgot that we found
and were
bones.
able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains.
Oh, it's not looking good. Oh, it's not looking good.
In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appeared to have been missing for quite some time.
No, because okay, that's really because that was my personal what's the word? That was the thing that I was like, until people are confirmed missing, then, or not confirmed missing, but until we have some missing people reports, then we can't say for sure that somebody was murdered. Now that there have been missing people reports, I think somebody's died. Somebody's for sure died. And if they haven't, and this is also a big setup, honestly, that's kind of lame. You might as well have just murdered them at that point. You've gone through all this trouble. Why not just murder the people at this point? You know what I mean? Like, damn.
Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased.
But you couldn't pinpoint the actual
one of the
deceased
missing
person.
individuals matches that profile to a T.
Oh.
The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so
It's
Miss
just really not
Rosaria
good.
is here to present the results to the court.
It's just really not looking good. They were made in the 50s and one of them was haunted. Oh, hell no. Hell no. A homunculus is a human or demi-human created through alchemy. Think of Hunter from Owl House. I have not watched Owl House. My friend wants me to. Like, they kept asking me about it a couple of years back, but I never ended up doing. Not that I didn't want to, I don't know, I'm not a big watcher of films and series, I guess. Or not often, I guess. Because I do watch films and series, just not often. Anyway, besides the point. The medical officer, okay, yeah, sure. Oh gosh, what's Rosaria's voice? Depressed, okay. Hanselman, male, 46 years old. Martial status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanical-related injury in his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. D-Luke found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Uh-oh. Alchemical or magical. Both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
Nah, this Hertha girl wants him to go down. I don't blame her, to be honest. I kind of want Albedo to go down for this as well. Not because I want Albedo to be a murderer, but because there's so much evidence stacked against him. Whether he did it or not doesn't matter at this point. We need to put somebody in prison to keep people safe. And if, you know, these things carry on happening when he does get put in prison, then we know it's not him. But he has to get put in prison at this point, or else it's just dangerous, man.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Sure, that's a good point.
Considering what he wrote in the letter,
But
we
he's
can
an
deduce
alchemist, he's
that
probably
the
doing some
defendant
kind of
needed
research,
subjects
right?
For an alchemy
Experiment, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. It's not a solid motive, but if they're asking for a motive, it's a pretty easy one to go to. He's an alchemist. He experiments. We know he's interested in experimenting with life and death. Like, yeah. Okay, so the Annabelle doll is supposedly super haunted doll that killed some people and now resides in a museum. It gets blessed by a priest once a week. Oh gosh, okay. Interesting. I never looked into it much, so I don't know the full story. And the real story is about the story of a real Annabelle doll, a Raggedy Ann doll, in a tale of strange occurrences and paranormal investigation, said to be possessed by the spirit of a young girl. Oh my gosh, okay. Events eventually led them to seek help from paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, who claimed the doll was possessed by a demon. Aha. Well, I never want to hear about the Annabelle doll again, the Annabelle doll. That was horrible. Wow. Well, there is another comparison. Think of Grimm from Death and Taxes. That would be a homunculus. That has a full soul in it, but most of the time they are made of dirt and similar materials. I see, I see.
In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
Okay, no need to heckin' make it dramatic. Homie's defense. Homie's defense is... Hey, I'm convinced. It wasn't Albedo. It definitely wasn't Albedo.
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
Ah, the other one acting weird.
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward.
Interesting, okay.
But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Okay. And also I do own Raggedy Ann doll. Brother, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Why? Bum bum bum. It needed a bum 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 effect
camping with
there.
a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc.
Interesting.
I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction,
because you
and
had a crush,
then I
right?
saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body.
Ooh.
I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
That's what your conclusion was? What? Okay, I know, yeah, I'm not getting into
If I
that one.
hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation.
Uh-huh,
Well,
sure, whatever you say.
Didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing
They're
to
so
do.
cute.
I...
Uh-huh, sure. I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. That was a crazy sound. Moving swiftly on. Goodness gracious. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events.
Yeah,
That
Albedo
just leaves
is
the question
screwed.
of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
No question. Yeah, sure, buddy, whatever you say. Manage your damn child, Alice True. Stop letting your children go on a murder spree, Alice. Gosh damn. A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on the subject. I'll now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
Yeah, it's not looking too good. The evidence we found in Albedo's office, yeah. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office. The most important of which is this map. Where is the Dawn Winery again? Ah, here. Yeah, it's not looking good. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Yo, lock this guy up, man. Lock this guy up. And also really obsessed with real haunted stories. It's too spooky, man. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly unscrutinable. What did he say again? Hang on. Were you the one who marked these locations? Oh, yikes. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
You have some nerve.
So what
Saying
did you
that
do,
when
huh?
the evidence is stacked against you?
Killed a single person. So what did he do if he didn't kill a single person? He killed multiple people. Or... He... Maybe this goes back to my theory about him making life. So rather than killing people, he was instead bringing people to life, but then they decomposed again. Maybe he failed or something. Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case, I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So,
He's not
what?
actually looking at her,
You're
I
just
hate
going
that.
to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Yeah, that's not helping your case much, buddy. Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does this mean that he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine, which reminds me, one of the marked locations that we found the map was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Delta, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then, I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Yes. Can you tell us what you found? A pit? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene that you found in Dragonspine. Is this the snow that he was asking us to shove away? Like this little bit of snow underneath there? Isn't every place haunted because a ghost is an echo from memory that remains, so in every house there's memories of the past? I don't know, maybe. If Albedo did that, a nail would fall on him. Remember what happened in Celestia with the whole Hydro Archon thing? Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that, you right. Yeah, he probably wasn't bringing people back to life then, never mind. Well, I do live in a very old house with my grandparents. Ooh. Yeah, that's probably a good place for haunted stories. Whatever was kept in the hole and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew that there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
Nope. I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? The third marked location, interpret. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we kept a map, because we found a map hidden in a hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside. But there was no body or any remains whatsoever. The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice, who saw Albedo, used alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. Ooh, the second marked location is between Dragonspine and the Dawn Winery, where Luke saw Albedo bury the body. I think that's the most suspicious one, right? The second one is the most suspicious because they actually found human remains. The other one, they didn't find anything. But I don't know, man. Luke described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony must be trustworthy. That's false. You can't just say there's no reason to. Maybe we don't have a reason. Mark it down. Mark it down. Say, could they be working together? ? Don't say, maybe they're working together, or don't say, unlikely they're working together. You have to be objective and say, are they working together? ? Then do the research on that. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Nobody's objective in this thing. Luke found the femur? Oh my gosh, the femur bone of the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of the events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set up Albedo. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like this just to get Luke's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belong to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come in contact with his body. Sorry, I needed to cough, Mabby. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? And does that mean he's the killer? I think that's probably the biggest question we have right now, is that we can't say conclusively that Albedo did anything. We can say that somebody's been killed because of the missing people and the bones and yada yada yada. We can't say that Albedo did anything because we don't know how. We don't know how we went from Luke witnessing Albedo bury a full body into a hole, and when they dig it up, it coming out as bones. And until that question is answered, I don't think we can hold Albedo to anything. Even though we probably should hold him somewhere, because my goodness, it's a bit of a dangerous situation, isn't it? But I don't think we can actually fully accuse him. No, that doesn't make sense. Second mark location. Ooh, the difference between these mark locations. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map, hidden in the bedroom compartment. What am I saying? Hidden in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seemed big enough. Just because the holes seemed big enough doesn't mean that they were necessarily used to dig bodies. Here's my argument against everything. Albedo is a playable character. True. You know what? That and Albedo's defense being humph. He's definitely innocent, man. He's definitely not done this. I don't know what to tell you. Objectivism is the thing that least matters in a case, and it's the emotions of the jury that matter. Disagree. Disagree. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case with the other locations? Okay, saying why wasn't that the location? Okay, because one of them's on Dragonspine, but the other two got witnessed and were dug up like pronto straight away. The animals didn't have time to get to there. The one on Dragonspine could have been there for who knows how long and dug up by an animal. The marks don't look fresh, which means the hole as the third location has been there longer than the other two. If that's the case, shouldn't there have been more snow? But if the hole in the third location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Ooh, Albedo's identity. Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team, but in truth, I'm not going to try to read that word again. He's the a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhine-daughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be very well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also seems like his normal self. Those aren't solid enough points, though. You can't say, well, he seems normal. That's just dumb. Okay. Can't we just say the abyss did it on our merry way? I wish. Can't we just say that hecking, I don't know, it was the wind? You know, it was a dark night, guys. D-Luke was seeing things. The bones were there from a dog ages ago. It's nothing related to Albedo. I don't know what you're talking about. And also, I've been hearing a lot of whispering saying my name or just screaming in my bedroom. Because of the ghosts in your grandparents' house? Ah, hell no. Do you believe in ghosts, Angel? I can't say that I do, but I'm not about to, you know, go and piss them off if they do exist. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Dorian. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things happen on Dragonspine. Again, not a solid evidence or anything, but hey, it's a thought process that counts. Encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot, Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only one. You almost forgot? You almost forgot! Brother, Albedo is on trial for murder. Do you understand the gravity of the situation? What do you mean you almost forgot that he actively has doppelgangers out there? That is the most key evidence that you could have possibly forgotten about. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Okay, no, it's fine. Look, we're getting there. He's thinking, it's all good. Wait a second, someone who looks exactly like him. Interpret again? Okay, no. So make conclusion. I can't believe it took this long. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. What? I'm done. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case with the 3rd location. Oh, true! I didn't think we... Hang on, sorry. To be fair, I didn't think that we established that alchemy was used to smooth over the ground. I thought we'd established that alchemy was used to speed up decay. I thought he just used his geovision to smooth over the ground. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. But that wasn't the case with the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If that was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there is still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, Delta. Damn, look at that little smile. Look at that little smile. He's happy. He's like, ha, thank goodness.
Questions
Thank
there
goodness.
may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. And the map was found in his notes.
Okay. And I would like to bring up the fact that there were already multiple holes in this. We couldn't have prosecuted him either way, right? We can what's the word? Not imprison him, but we can like lock him up until the investigation is over, because there's reasonable evidence to suggest that people have been killed and he is our main suspect. Therefore, we are allowed to lock him up for the time being. But there was never enough evidence to actually prosecute him, because there was more. It was all just is it conjecture? Is that the word for when it was all just theories. It was just a load of, oh, but maybe he came up with this alchemical thing to decompose the bodies faster. Like, we don't know that for sure. That's the thing.
That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to Delta's point. Okay. That means Albedo still has 2 bodies on hand. Oh, on his hand. For some reason I interpreted that as, don't worry guys, Albedo still has the bodies on hand if he needs them. But also, what if Albedo colluded with somebody else? I don't think there's any evidence to suggest colluding. Until we have evidence of that, we can't just say, oh, but what if? That would just lead down too many rabbit holes. We'd just go off track at that point. How to explain ghosts? In the realm of folklore and popular belief, a ghost is often conceived as a spirit or a soul of a deceased person or animal that is believed to be able to appear or interact with the living. Ghosts are commonly described as being able to appear as wispy, shadowy figures, or even more realistic forms. They are sometimes associated with haunting certain places or individuals. Yes. Yes, okay. Yes, I agree, yes. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide those things in 3 locations.
What?
Big. There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine. Body. No, I don't give a damn what you say after this. I don't care how innocent you're about to come across. You've just admitted to killing someone. Holy, we're screwed.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that
Let
the
him
defendant
cook, Delta.
has
I
confessed to his
don't care
crimes.
what he says after this. I do not care. There's no way in hell. You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Was this the body of the doppelganger Albedo, or like some whopper flower? Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain. The 3rd location marked on the map. Right, okay, buddy. I don't care, you still admitted to killing someone. How else are the court going to take that? How else are the court going to take this?
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine.
Oh, she does have voice lines.
After it ended,
I swear she didn't
we
have
all
voice
left
lines
the
before.
area.
Interesting.
If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then The altercation must have occurred after we left.
So there was another one, is that what they were saying?
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on
Yeah,
all
I agree with
counts.
her, the high key.
Those innocent people. Their blood is on your hands.
No, okay, no, take it back. I don't agree with her. Okay. I agree that he's guilty of murder, not murdering the other people that she's talking about, though. Not the innocent people. He's guilty of murdering the doppelganger who was trying to kill him, which is self-defense, question mark? Either way, still guilty of murder, right? Right? I don't know. This whole trial was just what-if example. What if Albedo used alchemy because he's an alchemist? Maybe it's his assistant Sucrose that committed the crime. Right. That's what I've been saying the whole time. This whole investigation has been flawed from the start because it's all based on a what-if. They have no evidence. They never have. The only evidence that they had was the bones and the witness accounts, which, to be fair, are strong and compelling evidences. Oh, and the map too. That was also very strong, compelling evidence. But it's still all based on a what-if about the alchemy situation. There's still the huge gaping hole of how the hell he managed to hecking bury a body and it decomposed like that, like in an instant. So no matter what, it was always a bit like, this isn't quite right. And also, it seems a lot of ghosts to pretend, and also see a lot of ghosts to pretend to be my family members, and I'm kind of scared. That does sound horrible, yes, I would not like that. I'd call it self-defense. I'd call it murder. He's a murderer.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear?
Yeah, I was about to say, he
You've
admitted it to the
clearly
whole
lost
court.
your mind.
I'm sorry, guys. But he literally said out loud, and yes, I did kill somebody and bury their body there. Out loud to the entire court. No matter what. No matter what. This is the way court works. As far as I'm aware. No matter what, whether it's not going to get proven as self-defense because nobody was there to witness him self-defending himself. Even if it was proven as self-defense, he still killed somebody, he would still be prosecuted for that. Not on the same level as normal murder, but he'd still get time. If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him. So I was right, it did come back to what happened
It's
like
one
then.
thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
Why is the clothes the surprising
going on?
part?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, true, me neither.
The important thing is that you admit
Okay, so
to
how did we
killing
go from
someone
whatever
on
we were doing to
Dragonspine.
murdering a court? Well, no, we're not murdering a court. Albedo just admitted to murdering in court. We're not murdering the court. Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I'm done. I'm out, bro. This is dumb as hell. What did I tell? I was always going to come down to some silly little thing like this. I'm done. Have fun trying to figure this one out, guys. Bye. Have fun. Bye-bye. Bye. Lamau, I hate this game, that's why I stopped playing. Yeah, tell me about it, bro. It was always going to come down to something silly little loophole like this. Homie said, oh, but I never said that it was a person. You said you killed someone. Someone implies a human being. Something implies not a person. Okay? That's how English works, Albedo. You can't be like, oh, but I never said it was a person. You said someone. You said, yeah, I killed someone and buried them there. Oh my gosh. No, it's fine. It's all good. I'm happy. This is great. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Why is she getting... Okay, Hertha, my friend, Why do you want him to be guilty? We're trying to deal with facts here. You can't be like, what? How dare you withdraw your testimony? Like, bro,
Everyone, I brought her.
you brought who?
Wait, you.
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
Huh? What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Huh?
Hello to you, too.
A karma looking Hertha is crazy. What the fudge? Oh my gosh, okay. I mean, here's something, I guess. Clones? Yeah, so I guess it's not just Albedo who can like, I don't know. I'm just going along with it at this point, Mom. I'm only returning when our Lord and Savior No! No. He's never appearing again, I hope. As you can see, this Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility?
What?
Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you.
What?
All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Then quit acting like you want him prosecuted. Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that's where the subjects of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east of Arlen defeated Durin in a battle and, with the help of Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach. A successful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Homunculus? Whoa,
Are
that's
you
crazy,
trying to
guys.
insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there.
Okay, buddy.
Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine.
Okay, buddy.
So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle.
What?
You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
What is happening, bro? Oh, it does. It so does. Oh, wait, I didn't read the chat before that. Oops. Is Hertha Albedo? Spider-Man meme pointing fingers. True. The lore of this game must look like a crazy man's theory. Oh yeah. You have no idea. The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new rival actually seems more like Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he
What? No,
isn't
you
the fake
can't.
one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago.
Okay, no. The reason you can't do that is because there is a second Hertha literally standing in the room, saying, oh, but what if this Albedo standing here is the imposter? Because there's not another Albedo standing here now, is there, buddy? No, this is the only Albedo standing here. Whether Albedo has somebody else out there or not is irrelevant right now, right? Because right now, the only Albedo in this room is that one. But guess what? There are two of you, buddy. So how are you going to explain that one?
Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
Hertha? Question mark? Bum, bum,
I
bum.
remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles answer first.
Huh?
Oh, she calling him out. Yo, she calling Miles Morales out. Why? I shouldn't say that. That's a terrible joke. I
You don't know?
apologize.
Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
Get him,
No,
Hertha. Get him.
My head. It hurts.
Yeah, keep crying, buddy. Keep
The
crying.
scar is right here.
Bum bum bum. Damn, that is a nasty scar. Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your information in the Knights of Avonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left
Albedo
arm.
has done a lot of research into beings like you.
Mm,
If you deny it, then show us your arm.
Bum bum bum. No need to panic. You can just add it now. You'd excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, or I should say, all Spawn of Joy's life forces have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will. Yet, here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. I wonder if the two witnesses are also one of them. There are others too, most of them being on the influence of Doran's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking faction. Once again, you attempt to transform. All who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm.
Interesting. How does he know this, though? Since when did it get to this? Oh my gosh. What if everyone in this room is a homunculus? How do we know? Well, apparently they hecking are. Like, half of them are, anyway. Is everyone in Mondstadt fake? We'll never know anymore. We'll just never know. I'm in that state of, like, I guess everything's been fake from the start and nothing is real and I don't care anymore. Guess nothing was ever real. I'm so, like, out of it. I'm so disconnected from whatever the heck is happening. I've seen Rainworld. I've seen and heard about 5 different attempts to put the FNAF lore on a timeline. I do enjoy a good FNAF theory. This, though, has to be one of the weirdest things ever. Yeah, Genshin Impact lore beats FNAF lore by a mile. Trying to work out what the hell is going on, it's too difficult, man. I'm going to do some fan art. Ooh, how exciting. Have fun, Angel. Yeah, have fun. Is it me? Is it fan art of me? No, I'm joking. What you drawing? You don't need to tell us if you
Have
don't
it
want
your
to.
way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
let's
whoa.
go.
T look unfazed. Let's go. Of course, it's all the boring NPCs.
Hey,
Damn.
they're shooting the imposter!
It would have been much more interesting if hecking D-Luke was the imposter. She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Oh, damn, there are more. Okay, I just knocked that guy out big. Time to get moving, everyone. This is cool, okay.
She just leaped across the room!
Oh, wait, what?
After her.
I wanted to see that. I wanted to see her leap across the room, what? It's time. All units, move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk. But before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of our chemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all a part of a plan. Most of the members in our order were in on it. As for the witness, Master D-Luke picked up on the situation long before proceedings. So the whole thing was just like a haha, we knew you didn't situation. I hate that. I hate that so much because nobody was acting as if that was the situation. And they're not professional actors. Wow, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me. Welcome to the plot twist. Oh, my brain, my head, it hurts. What if I'm a homunculus? What if I'm fake? I'll never know.
What? How are there
Alice,
monsters
chip
in
your
the
children,
city?
put a tracker on them. You have a baby terrorist, an edgy scientist, and finally a dragon that spawns clones. Yeah, tell me about it. How are we supposed to keep track? They're all monsters from Dragon's Spine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. Please, can I see Venti fight again? Oh my gosh. This would make it one of the best quests. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Doran's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Monster. And so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I can't talk, okay. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first step?
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go. The top of the city wall. Oh damn, okay. I say less. This entire game is a plot twist. What is this? A bigger plot twist? Yes. just yes. No answer. Just yes. Where am I going? This way. Is this right? Am I? Oh, do I need to go up here? No, I don't think so. Ah, oh, Venti! Hi. Hey, cutie, what's up? Yo. Hey. Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please. Someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. Agreed. I can do Venti's voice better. Like like that vibe. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. It's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry. I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. That's just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
Since when did Albedo know who Venti was? What? People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, but that's not fair. I want to see that interaction. I'm the main character. I want to see the interactions. I love the 1,700 architects with the motorcycle. It's just so funny. Oh, not the 1,700. The hecking 1,700s architecture with the motorcycle. Yeah, I agree. Oh, finally, the part where we murdered the imposters. Yippee! Pokemon Scarlet and Violet vibes. Wait, what is? Scaling places with the motorcycle? Still, I never really expected those monsters to become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Doran absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map?
Damn.
And the missing bot?
What the witness saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Doran's power, but the less fortunate ones have already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Oh damn! So this went deep. No wonder they had to hecking set up an elaborate plan. That was not English. An elaborate plan. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one who noticed. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bones. That's horrific. Yo, when did Genshin get so graphic? Damn. I like it. What the heck? Turns out if you hold Alt-GR and then the letter, it accents it. So now I can do... Oh, wow. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data at the putrefaction of the... I can't even say that word. I'm not even going to try. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopperflower in Dragonspire... The doppelganger Whopperflower? Yo, say that 10 times fast. Say that sentence to hecking somebody that doesn't know Genshin Impact. Yo, I just defeated the doppelganger Whopperflower. I'm so cool, man. On Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? Oh yeah, you told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about the subject too? In his pursuit to replicate Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper flower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day? Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Doran is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Doran's stomach. Doran absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. That's crazy. Doran is so powerful, what? Humans who had ventured into Dragonspine for too long. Oh, man, sorry, I'm getting a bit sick of doing these voices. It's tiring me out. I'm just gonna hecking talk normally. Humans who ventured into Dragonspine for far too long are bound to fall under Doran's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent of which a person can be affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who tried to break into the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Doran's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged and surfaced and seized control. I can need some water, hang on. Didn't Doran become a baby? Google baby Doran. Yeah, Doran became a baby in an event quest. That was the Wanderer one in Simulanka. That whole thing was a simulation, basically. But I do believe it was setting up this. Oh my gosh, is Wanderer going to be in this quest? If Venti and Wanderer are going to be in this quest, this is officially my favourite quest. I don't even care how good Fontaine was. This is my favourite quest. If Wanderer, Doran and Venti show up, oh my gosh, I'd be happy.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
But what if we did? That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We'll use the power of the Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights a chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes. So if there's little secrets or other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. Venti, use some power. Venti, yes, yes. I feel like I haven't seen Venti use any powers for a long time, and it makes me sad. Because he's like super strong, isn't he, actually? Gosh, that's really those brats. Yo, don't expose me like that. Yo, don't expose me like that. I'm kind of embarrassed now. What the fuck?
Anyone's never seen this many.
Wow, Venti's power is crazy, man. That's so cool. Yes, but Doran went to reality. Did he? Did he? I guess I vaguely recall Wanderer taking Doran to reality, yeah. But then what's the difference between I guess baby Doran and normal Doran are two separate entities now. I mean, they always were, but I guess we need to count them as two separate entities, even though they're both called Doran, is what I mean. Baby Doran and Dragonspine Doran are two different things. Yeah, exactly. We have to count them as two separate entities, I think, even though they're both called Doran. Also, who the hell is this Doran guy? Doran is a dragon. Except there was this one quest where he turned into a baby dragon. And so now there are two Dorans, but they're very separate things. The evil one that's transforming all these people into doppelgangers is the evil dragon Doran. Just know that. The other baby Doran, don't worry about that. It just happens to have the same name, two separate things. There should be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support.
Why did that sound like it was coming from a radio, bro? There's no way radios exist in this world.
Requesting
Please.
assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa, it's long-distance wind communication. How is that even possible?
Oh, guys. It's just long distance wind communication, obviously. Gosh, can't believe you didn't realize. Can't believe you thought it was radios. Obviously, it was long distance wind communication. Happens all the time. It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Hell yeah, let's go, Venti! Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
I guess they went through two different timelines, one where Doring finds someone similar to him, Wanderer, and another where he was left to fester alone in his hate. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I like that comparison. It's like two different timelines, yeah.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, you know, just wandering by, calling for help. Thank goodness Delta Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Ah, right, now you're okay. We should check the status of the other areas. I love him. Thanks, friend. May the Anima Archon protect you. Okay, buddy. Fenty? You're... I've got things covered here. Oh, please do something cool. Oh, we don't get to see Venti fight. I'm so sad. No. Also, where's the music, bro? Why is it, like, kind of silent? Delta forensics exist in the game, so radios aren't very far. But forensics can be explained by magic. Radios are technology. That's kind of, like, radios can be explained by alchemy and magic. Radios are a technological advancement. You can do something similar to radios in a fantasy way, but radios itself, just like how motorbikes, the same reason why I'm annoyed that they added motorbikes and guns into the game, right? You can do motorbikes and guns, but change it up so it's in a fantasy way and it fits into your world. Don't just add a motorbike and say, oh yeah, this technology exists now. That's what they did, and that's why I dislike it. I love motorbike. I want to learn how to ride a motorbike, and I love Mafuika, and I love that she rides a motorbike. But my goodness gracious, it doesn't fit with Genshin Impact at all, in my opinion. Oh, I don't like being in the middle of this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. I was about to say, watch D-Luke get this. It's so funny that he actually did. That was a close one. I suppose a thanks are in order, Mr. D-Luke. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh? Well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. These two relationship is so funny to me. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Oh, so he wasn't in on it? Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. It's kind of... Anyway. We have electricity and coal in this game. We can add motorbike and radios, electro. We can. I don't want there to be, though. It's fantasy. It's a fantasy game with magic and alchemy. I don't need there or want there to be electronics. There's so many games nowadays, games exactly like Genshin Impact, which are more electronic based. Heck, even Star Rail, whatever it's called, is more electronic based. Like, I don't know, man. I'd prefer to stick with fantasy, I guess, is all. You should learn their story, Delta. It's sad. They're brothers. I think I do know that. I think I know their story. I vaguely recall reading a webtoon. But I also recall them... Everyone... Like... I don't know. You're right, it's sad. It was really sad. But then it was also really dumb. It's also really dumb in my opinion. But But aren't they, what's the word? They're not actually brothers though, right? Wasn't that one of the reveals? Because Kaya is actually hecking from Conria, and he was adopted, and that was like a whole thing. I don't remember quite, to be honest. Then tell me, Master D. Luke. Oh, no, you weren't nervous enough. Then tell me, Master D. Luke. When do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. Heh, on second thought, best not to think about it. Fun, okay. Oh, fun, okay.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
Verdict is
Well, that was pretty easy, huh? No, no, no. Does his sword stay fiery? Oh, it does. Wait, that's quite good, right? Okay, then.
Cool it. Oh, so sorry.
time for retribution.
I wonder if D-Luke is still strong nowadays. I feel like he's probably not. I think he's probably quite... What's the word? What's the word when characters get more powerful as the game goes on because they want people to get the characters? I feel like that's what's happened to D-Luke. He used to be really good, and now he's probably not that good. Brother is brother, blood doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, for sure. Power creep, yeah, that's the word, that's the word. Yeah. No, I agree. That's like, when, you know, your friends become family. I'm not saying that's what happened with them, obviously. They're like stepbrothers, duh, they're brothers. But yeah, I know, I agree. Blood doesn't matter.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I mean, I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't need to bring that up. Damn, he really rubbing that one in. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side in the end. Ha, believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be cold-blooded killer. That's such a stupid reason, again, but okay, sure. Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kai, good work, as always. See you soon. Of course, stay safe. Okay, buddy, whatever you say. Are we just running around and checking on everybody? Hi. Official, wow. Crazy seeing you here. Great, they're saluting each other, big, really important, okay. Barbara caring for the soldiers, okay. Is that where we're at now? If Delta had a soul type in Undertale, it'd be Justice. There are soul types? Wait, what's a soul type? Oh, like the actually no, I don't know. I was about to say like how they're like the blue, the people with the blue and the red and stuff, but that doesn't make sense. Shush, damn it. Happy March, the Undertale got spoiled. Don't Google it? Okay. I'm surprised that there's still more though. I thought I already knew everything that there was to know about, at least the combat. I don't know if it's a combat thing, but you know. Mechanics wise, I guess I was trying to say. Alright, that should be them on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral.
You're not rushing back to the front line, are you? You're still
Don't
injured.
worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way.
I can do this. I
help
can
with
do
logistics from
Barbara's
the back.
voice. I just need to channel... No, I don't want to channel my inner Barbara, bro. Screw it, I'm doing it. No, I can't do it. Well, maybe I can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort them on my
Of
stealth.
course. Thank you, Miss Rosario.
My stealth, myself. There is much more to see. Ooh, fun, okay. Damn, when you see her skin color next to, like, actual skin color, like, you just kind of assume that she's pale and slightly corpse color, but she's just purple. She's just purple. You can count on me. I don't really know how all this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? It's the lighting? Yeah, sure, buddy, whatever you say. Huh? How'd you know? Oh, I didn't even fucking read that. Hang on. What did it say? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, something happening in Mondstadt's... I don't remember. Okay. Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragon Spine, and he's our authority in that region, so we should take him on his word. Dragon Spine, huh? So, is the city going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do what we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look after myself, I promise. Oh yeah, how are you doing against Undyne? I don't know. Not good. Not good. I don't quite know how to beat her, to be honest. I kept trying to do what I thought she was wanting me to do, which was, not back down, but not fight. Not prove to her that I'm a killer, but also prove to her that I'm not some weakling. I don't know, like, you know, those options. But then no matter how many times I clicked it, she wouldn't back down, so I don't know, and I just died, so... Next stream I'll help. Yeah, thank you very much. I could probably use it. Sister Barbara, can you lend me a hand? Ah, of course, coming. Why is her outfit different to all the others? Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, I like this cutting between fight scenes. Okay. Oh damn, Bennett. I haven't seen you in a while. Amber and Mika. Okay. They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters, 11 o'clock. Okay, question. Is Mika an outrider? What is Mika? Looks like we've got 25 hill chills, 2 blazing axe meter chills. That's not how you pronounce that, is it? I don't know. And a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. I'm not gonna say it, never mind. Oh, what's happening? Fend off the monsters? Oh, interesting. Is this what you want me to do? Or am I supposed to, like, actually go down there?
Final warning.
Oh, he has a spear. Oh. Damn, not what I was expecting. You know what? I guess I'm down here now. I might as well hecking stay. Ah, helpful. Oh, I guess we're just going around the outskirts. Okay. This is... They're just making me use, like, the worst 2 4-stars. Is that what's happening right now? Like, bro. Is this really necessary? I feel like this isn't necessary.
Engaging.
You're just making my life miserable for, like, no reason. Although, I think people tend to dislike Amber's character. I like Amber's character. Doesn't change the fact that she is objectively a bad unit. Mika, I know nothing about Mika. Mika is a part of the Knight, right. But there has to be more about Mika than him being a part of the Knight, right? He makes maps and stuff big, okay.
Bertha! Jeez, your voice...
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident?
That's
I
crazy.
thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead.
Crazy.
And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's quite the scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing I can't bother to do voices. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, all the monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job of keeping her situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm not worse for wear. That sounds like you, they're alright. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait,
Yeah,
so how did you decide?
I guess.
Eartha
I feel like I don't know
should
much about Eula.
After all this
I've
fighting,
done
I
her
can't seem
story
to get it
quest and I
straight.
remember all of that, but I don't know if she's a good liar or not. Like, that's hard to say. It was Kaya's suggestion. He said that the plan would work best with someone well known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. Ah, so that explains the rumors that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell straight into our trap, and it was all part of our plan. First we bro, I can't be bothered to read all this, I already know what happened. Didn't take long for the Feyher to appear. Yeah, I know it didn't, bro. We experienced this firsthand.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Over 6 months is crazy. What? That's okay. Damn. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
How did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Oh? Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gives
Huh?
Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend
Barbados
yourself.
already tracked her down, she doesn't... Huh? Okay, interesting. It was as expected, I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter fuel against me to use, that was English. She would have demanded to know why I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due, it was all well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Genuinely, thank goodness, or else, buddy, you were getting tried for murder. Indeed, and I have to thank you for that, Hidalta. You probably didn't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Yeah, buddy, I knew it. I didn't know I was part of the plan. I worked out I was a part of the plan when you revealed that was a plan. I'm not stupid. Damn. Me? But I didn't even know that was a plan. Oh my gosh, he's stupid. He's stupid. And for that you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did make the plan even stronger. Okay, buddy, I can't be bothered to hear all this. I can't be right. Right, real. Yeah, fake Hertha, subject 2, has met on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right, if we were part of our plan to start, yeah, I get it. You used me, it's fine, moving on. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will all be friends in Mondstadt, we'll never forget that.
Aw, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor to take part. It was us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait,
Yeah,
was
true.
that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But we're kind of in the middle of this. I don't... No, I probably should end, to be fair. I've been hecking voice acting all day. 2 hours straight, basically. And I was already hecking tired of being energetic and hecking stuff on stream before. Voice acting is just that, but acting... Nah, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm just a little bit tired, that's all. And when I get a little bit tired, you know, it's not great. Your health takes priority. Yeah. I feel like that's probably not a good place to end anytime soon either, right? That was my main thinking. Oh, but you're currently in a special story mode. If you leave and re-enter, you may have to experience some of the same content. Oh. But like... You know what? That's fair. I might have to experience some of the same content. I am not feeling well enough to continue through this whole thing without stopping, so that's okay. Next time I stream this next week, I'll just hecking get back to this part so you guys don't have to re-experience everything all over again. That's fine. That's fine. I can do that. Right. That being said, I will head off now because, as I said, it's hitting me a bit, and by a bit, I mean a lot. That being said, thank you very much for coming along if you did. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you next time. It feels like a bit of a quick way to end, doesn't it? I just kind of headed off and that's it. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Rest well and have lots of sour dream. You like sour stuff? I mean, sour stuff is fine. I don't particularly like or dislike sour stuff. I don't know. Thanks, I guess. I've been having a lot of nightmares recently. Maybe don't tell me to have a sour dream. Anyway, besides the point. It was so funny actually. Today I hecking woke up at like, I think it was like 5 AM or something. I don't know. I didn't quite check the time, but judging on like the sun, it seemed around 5 AM. And I woke up and the nightmare that I had that I woke up to was me being late for volleyball. And I had volleyball today. So you know what I did? I woke up and I set my alarm for half an hour earlier just to make sure I wasn't late for volleyball. Because I was paranoid. I didn't actually end up going to volleyball anyway because I wasn't well enough, but that's besides the point. Either way, it was very funny. Right, I'm going to head off now. Thank you very much for coming along if you did. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. 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 Sorry. It's fine. Bye, Delta. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.